Everyone, so we're doing a bronze to masters climb here. We're on game number 3, and we're already starting to play with high silvers and low golds. Honestly, it kind of surprises me how fast the system knows where to put you, but it is what it is. I'm actually breaking one of my rules today, which actually helps you climb, which is don't play when tilted. Yeah, I just lost 14 games after an 11-hour stream. And I'm currently playing this game right here, which I probably should not do, but I really wanted to get this video out tonight. Yeah, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and answer some of the comments from the last video. When you guys leave me comments and questions, I am more than happy to try and answer those questions. So yeah, shoot me the questions in the comments that you've been dying to know, or some of the criticisms or whatever that you guys have. I noticed that some of you guys you're kind of picky about some of these situations, but we'll get to it. Anyway, so the first comment was, I recommended this video to my brother. He's Iron. He really enjoys it, and he wants to play more than me or whatever. Yeah, so these videos definitely apply to more than Master Yi. The mindset thing applies to many different picks. In fact, I actually... dude, it's just... Getting good at anything is just entirely a mindset. Doing anything is a mindset. So if you get that mindset, it's... You know, it's good, right? It's good. Yeah, so don't worry if you're not a Yi player. You could still learn from these kind of videos because we do talk about more than that. Unfortunately, my team is winning here because someone said that, you know, in these games, my laners do well. They would love to see a game where my laners do poorly. And this is also going to tie into a... When you get incredibly fed, how do you play when you're behind, right? Cowsep, I noticed in all the games that you get incredibly fed, but, you know, what do you do when you're behind? Yeah, so that's the thing, is that good players don't get behind. And it's really hard to play from behind. So if you took me and you put me into a silver game, and it's 20 minutes in, and the guy just played like absolute hot garbage, could I win that game? Maybe. Maybe I could. But it's not guaranteed that I can win that game, right? Dude, why are my laners winning so hard? I've actually really annoyed they're winning so hard because I want to show you that even if my lanes are behind, you can still win, right? Okay, I didn't even get that assist there. Rough. All right, we'll just kind of push that out, right? So this is really, really important to understand. And also, even though my laners are ahead, the enemy can easily catch back up because... It is a lower elo game. It coin flips back and forth, right? But the thing that you need to understand is that you don't want to be playing from behind ever. You want to always be ahead if you can do that, right? So how do you play from behind? Well, you don't. And if you do have to play from behind, it's in like minor situations like, you know, the camps, like the dragon. I can't do dragon because my laners don't have prio. That's an example of playing from behind. So what do? You just don't do that camp, right? I know it sounds super simple, but essentially, any game, you're trying your hardest not to be behind. And even in high elo, it's all the same thing. You don't want to be behind, so you don't make plays that potentially put you behind. So, like, if I die here with all my camps up, Nocturne can potentially take my other camps, right? So clearly, I do not want to die here. If I had died there, I would be behind for absolutely no reason. That's just something that you don't want to do. Or let's say Nocturne can invade me down through here. If there was no ward, I don't know if this is walking towards Nocturne or her. But if there was no ward, I would be kind of skeptical about doing these wolves. I think, oh, yeah, no, maybe Nocturne can come down here. And if I die, Nocturne gets a big... You know, he just gets a lot from me. I think a lot of you guys are just... You don't think of it appropriately. You don't want to play from behind. You want to be ahead, right? How do you know when to fight for objectives and when not to fight for objectives? So essentially, like, every laner in the game has like a bubble, like an area that they occupy. So, for example, this Mbessa. If Mbessa is full HP and Callista, or whatever her name is, Camille's half HP, then Mbessa can go anywhere around here, and Camille can only go around here. So if the objective is here in a bubble that Camille can go into, then of course I could do that. But then you have to look at Heimerdinger. Is Heimerdinger winning lane? Can Heimerdinger go over there? Yes, he can, right? I don't even know how Nocturne got down here, right? So those are things that you keep in mind on how to do the objective. I would not be surprised if he's down here. No, he's not down here. I don't know where he's at. I don't know. Like, and that's also the thing when I'm answering these comments early on, guys. It's really hard for me to completely focus. My clear was kind of slow. You know, I didn't even notice the Nocturne could have potentially done my Raptors, right? So in some of the future videos, I'll probably like answer the comments a little bit later so I can have a nice, nice early game. Also, I've been uploading my high elo games on my other YouTube channel called Cowsep Gaming. It's an older channel. So if you've been wanting some of those, I'll put that link in the comments so that you can see it. How do you know when to stop ganking? Gank a lane, you're scared to waste time. So with this one, the thing is I usually just full farm rather than worrying about ganking a lane. So I had this gank that I do. Oh, somebody's on the other side here. Probably Hammered Air in this bush. I have this gank that I do at level 2. I'll go to top lane, and I will get a kill, and then I'll be like, how the hell is my laner losing? I'll be like, how the hell is my laner losing, right? Like, I'll get a kill in top lane, and then my top laner will lose. How is he losing? And it's because you actually lose so much tempo. There's more than just kills in this game. There's more than kills. There's tempo. So, like, you see how, like, Nocturne just died, right? Now I get to go up, and I get to take his red, which is huge. Like, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt him a lot, right? And on top of that, since I'm going up here, I get to put a pink ward. Him dying here just gave up so much tempo because he has camps. You should not go out and die when you have camps up. That's, like, just the worst thing to do. The camps are basically, you know, your lifeline. If you lose these camps, you lose so much. And honestly, in low elo, it's very easy to grab camps from people, right? So now he's going for his Krugs, and I'm grabbing this. And I apologize. I know that my team's doing well this game. It'll happen. Eventually, we'll get a game where my team doesn't do well. And I'm telling you, like, it doesn't really matter. In this elo, I wish I wasn't having good teams in this elo because, you know, it's much easier to carry a game like this. But, yeah. So, in this case, Mbessa's back, right? You see how I'm getting back pinged off of this by Mbessa? Mbessa's actually right. I should probably not be doing this when, you know, there's no prio. And I also have camps up. I'm literally doing what I told you guys not to do. So, now I'm backing off. Because I realize that if Nocturne comes down, which is entirely possible that he does, and he kills me, you know, I lose that camp. I probably shouldn't have even started those without Mbessa. And this is where we're just giving it up. Though, honestly, Nocturne's not doing it. So, right there. You see it? You give up the camp because you have an entire jungle to do. What happens if I die there? Is it worth it to fight for those grubs, maybe potentially get all 3 grubs, and then I lose my entire top side? I mean, potentially. I don't think so, though. And by VOD reviewing, you can go back and see. And now I can just come back and get the grubs as well. And these objectives aren't permanent as well. A lane wins and kills, but I don't get any turrets. Should I help them, like, push the turrets? Yeah, I think, like, pushing turrets is okay. Like, when you get an early gank, you push the lane not to get the turret. You push it so that they can recall and reset. So, like, if I gank top at level 2 and my laner's low HP and the jungler can potentially gank them, you want to push the lane. Because if you don't push the lane, you know, your top laner can get ganked. So, I think I mostly answered the question. So let's, like, actually revisit one of the big things that I was talking about when we talk about, like, ganks. So, in a lot of my games, a lot of you guys might notice, if I start on red team, I'll do the red buff, get level 2, and I'll roll up here and I'll gank, right? And I'll get a kill, right? This is what I was talking about. And then the enemy teleports back in after he gets a kill, and after I get the kill, and then my laner's low HP, and he walks up and he just kills my laner. So to me, I'm like, oh yeah, that was worth it. I got a kill. But to my laner, it wasn't worth it because the person came back with full HP while my laner's half HP because they had to trade harass, right? And it leads to being a bad situation. And then, on top of that, the enemy jungler says, oh, Cowsep's top lane. I'm going to go take his bot lane, right? That's why I always put a ward there, by the way, just so I know if somebody takes my bot lane, right? And then you lose your entire bot lane. And if you don't have a ward there, you have no idea you lost your bot lane. And then you just, like, lose all your stuff. Everything you do has a consequence, even if it looks like it's a positive thing. Oh, I got a kill. Yeah, but you lost your entire bot side jungle. Your top laner ends up feeding, blah, 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 right? Just definitely something to think about. Look at this pink ward. And you remember that Nocturne? You remember how Nocturne early on randomly dove here, died, had his camps up? Yeah, well, look at this. This pink ward is spotting him. And now he can't kill Mbessa. Well, he might kill Mbessa because she's gold, right? But now he can't kill Mbessa because I got a pink ward up there. You see how, like, all these consequences are just, like, tying together to, like, create these really micro situations? And now we know he's going over here. Like, he's losing so much. We've already seen him so many times up here. And this ward wouldn't be there if he didn't throw early. Now, you may be wondering, why did I get a Guinsoo? Honestly, dude, I could have sat around and waited for a Blade Marine King. I just wanted to get out of there. Guinsoo's a good enough rush item here. It's good enough. It's good enough. Like, my team's doing well. I don't really mind. And, yeah, sometimes I do run Guinsoos. Man, I do not have a clear at all, huh? Sometimes I do run the Guinsoos. But, yeah, my team's doing well. I bet. Dude, it's an 11-3 game, and I'm 0-0-0. Right? I did steal Dragon. I did put a ward up. Okay? And honestly, I probably will end up with 10 kills this game. Not even lying. I probably will. Even though I'm 0-0-0. Oh, he is diving. Okay, free kill. Here's the first one. Where's the second one? And yeah, there's another big mistake by him. Now the dragon spawning, and he just entered. Now, if I ent... Where the hell are they going? They're going after the grub. Now, if I ent, I potentially lose dragon as well, right? So that was kind of dumb. I got a little greedy. I was trying to do some micro gameplay there, and I probably shouldn't. And somebody also mentioned that I should, like, try to not do micro gameplay or whatever to get ahead. But, like, it's really hard to just, like, behave that way. I don't think my micro is actually what carries the games. I think it's definitely the macro and knowing where to go and how to do it, right? Like, we're winning this because we just got a second dragon. We got the objectives. We got the feat. It's snowballing. We're snowballing a bit. Now, if I go over here and Nocturne's coming down to get his Gromp, this is trouble for me. I would not probably do this in high elo. And you probably see why now. You see why I would not do that in high elo. But I got a little greedy. I'm not going to lie. I got a little greedy. I'm playing a little cocky. Because I can kind of get away with that in this elo. But that doesn't mean that I should do it. If I wanted to win, I wouldn't do that, right? But you can see how I kind of like predicted it, what would happen there. Because in the way that you predict that is like you see it enough times that it just becomes kind of natural to you that, you know, that's how the game rolls, you know? And we know Nocturne's down here fighting. I don't know if I should do anything about it, but it is what it is. And, yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I do apologize if my team is doing quite well, but I'm going to try to make this as informative as possible for you and hopefully get a crap ton of kills anyway. Yes. So, now, I want to talk a little bit about today. I went 7 wins and 14 losses on my Korea account. And I'm trying to get that Korea account to Grandmaster and Challenger, right? And let's, like, try to apply how I'm feeling with that account to, like, how some of you guys would feel if you were climbing. Because I know a lot of you guys are lower elo. Of course, not all of you guys are lower elo, but a lot of you guys are. Why am I losing games if, you know, I'm, like, good enough or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you guys you shouldn't lose games at gold or whatever. So why am I losing games in these master lobbies or whatever? And I think that... Oh, he found the pink. I could actually just roll up and kill him. I think that the issue is I get tilted and I get emotional. Excuse me. I would like this. Excuse me, I would like this. I get angry. I get emotional. And I shouldn't. But I do. And I think that's a big deal. And then on top of that, I actually think that, like, once you get to a certain point, I mentioned it's probably like Emerald nowadays, maybe mid-Emerald. Some games are just, like, not winnable. You know what I mean? Like, it's... Yeah, I agree. Like, some games are not winnable. I honestly don't think I'm going to actually lose a game until I get to, like, Emerald. Unless I really, really throw. If I do lose a game, let's put it this way. If I do lose a game... It's very, very likely, it's not impossible, that it's because of me and not my team. That I, like, for example, I die on this Nocturne over here, like I did earlier, and then maybe he gets a dragon, and then it just kind of snowballs into something, right? That's how I'm going to lose. Now, you know, oh, you know, it kind of sucks. I have to play perfectly every game. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. You don't have to play perfectly every game, but you're going to lose more games, right? Like, some games you got to play perfectly to win. And if you play perfectly and you win them, then, you know, you're ranking up when somebody that's, you know, of your skill level wouldn't be winning. But, yeah, I'm actually getting very frustrated with my games as well. I'm currently sitting mostly between 300 and 500 LP Masters Korea. And I'm just so frustrated. And the reason why is because I feel like I'm not making any improvement. Right? But I know that given enough time and looking at the mistakes that I'm doing, we will get to where we need to be, right? I've been high elo many times over many years, and yeah, you know, when you get to a position that you just feel stuck in, it sucks. It does. I can't kill that donger. I kind of looking for... Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I think I just heard that thing die. Aww. Oh, he stole my kill, bro. 1-0-1. Yeah, it's... Dude, actually, I want to pop a rift on this tower. This tower's pretty pricey. Maybe I'll wait for my bot lane to recall and I pop the rift there. No, I don't think they're going to recall. What is this surrender vote? Oh, it's our top laners getting tilted now. That's funny. But yeah, you can kind of see, like, all things considered, like, my laners are getting tilted. Like, even though they're winning really hard, they're still kind of, like, tilting. And it's kind of funny, right? Like, Mbesa's getting mad. He's drawing down the surrender vote. We're winning pretty hard. He's still getting tilted. And I haven't really... I'm not really in a fed position. I'm not, like, super fed. Right? Oh, there's nothing here. But actually, for 17 minutes, Guinsoo's Rageblade isn't bad. Guinsoo's Rageblade of ranking. All right, let's go for this here. Yeah. And let's also talk a little bit more about my climb on my other account. Because, again, if I talk about how I'm climbing into high elo, you know, it can be helpful as well. How am I planning to climb? Like, if I'm losing, if I'm going 7-14... This isn't my first big loss streak, by the way. I've had some pretty big ones. I've had some pretty big ones lately. How am I planning to climb? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know. I'm trying to dig deep. I'm trying to dig deep and control my emotions. There are things outside of game that are affecting me, and I'm trying to bury those, and I can't. They keep bothering me. So, you know, I don't know. And I got to stop getting mad at my team. I get really mad at my team. I mean, they do dumb things. In every elo, it never gets better, guys. It never gets better. Even pro players do dumb things that you think are pro. I've flamed many pro players throughout the years. One that comes to mind is this one guy named Bull. It's kind of funny because, you know, I'm Cowsep. I got that guy on my team 3 times. He played like dog every time, and he's a pro. He's a pro AD carry player for some team. I don't know. It was really annoying. But it happens. But you see, like, my team's doing well, but like, I'm not dying. I'm not feeding any bounty. Well, I mean, it's only 200. I'm trying not to die. Though I'm at the point now where I think I could just like win. Gonna go ahead and grab that. Dude, this poor guy. I actually kind of feel bad for him. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. That was stupid. You know why that was stupid? Atacon spawned in 24 seconds. And I knew Camille was there. And I still stayed. That was stupid. That's an example of a very beautiful mistake done by me, guys. Even I do the mistakes. Oh, but yeah, I told you I'm sitting on a tilted day myself today, you know. What do I want to get as an item here? I might get a Death Stance. But yeah, you see Camille's on a rampage, bro. This game's actually kind of turning against us now. Oh, and you can see Nocturne made a mistake. So this is a low elo thing. They should have done Anakin. Nocturne had prio on that, and he didn't. He didn't do it. He should have done it, but he didn't do it. Right? Dude, they're actually doing pretty well. Like, the enemy team's doing actually pretty well. They have objective bounties and stuff, but this game's actually kind of ferocious. I know, like, some of you guys are wishing that my team played badly right now because you'd be like, Cowsep, see, you would have lost if your team was playing badly. Yeah, maybe. Nah. I would have played safer, bro. I would have played safer. I am playing a little bit aggressive and greedy here. So, do you guys think I could do this even though it's warded? Yeah, my team's kind of holding me out here. Get a little carried by that early game, guys. Get a little carried. I don't know. But I would love to hear some of your guys' comments about some of your issues that I could try and fix for you, you know? I'm going to save Alpha in case somebody comes to try to jump me. And we will eventually, I mean, I can't just like throw this game or whatever, guys, because it is part of the climb. We will eventually run into hard games, you know? Eventually hard games will happen. Oh, that's a terrible TP, bro. Wait. That was dumb. I wonder if he plays like a lot of Ivern. Nope, first ever game on Ivern. He has lost 3 in a row. Might be a little tilted. I know that feeling, brother. I know that feeling. My best has lost 3 in a row. He's definitely tilted. He's the one that threw down that surrender vote. I'm getting a Death Stance as my next item, by the way. That's just how it do be. Man, I am exhausted, guys. It is 4 a.m. right now. 4 a.m. 4:16 a.m. And I'm like, if I don't record this video, I'll never record this video. I wanna get you something nice and set up, you know? Oh, I don't have E. I shouldn't have used E. Because if I use E and Nocturne jumps me, I die. That was a mistake. Mistakes are everywhere. Just remember, guys, it's about making the least amount of them. You're allowed to make mistakes. Just don't make a lot of them. I'll spend a little ballsy, you know? I'm kind of hoping Nocturne comes over here. Damn. It was close. It was close. Don't do it, Donger. I need to get Dragon. People are dying. But you can see, like, we have this gigantic lead, and people are still kind of throwing, right? So, hey, here's your don't worry about it. Me included. You know, I'm kind of throwing a bit. I don't know where the enemy is. So should I, like, you see, we almost had the Dragon Soul. Should I be rushing to go do this Dragon Soul when I have no idea where the enemy is? What do you guys think? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for the sake of it, just to show you what might happen here. I would not do this in high elo, ever. But I'm just kind of doing this to see what happens if we do it in low elo. I'm kind of hoping I, like, get caught out here, but it doesn't look like they're going to come over here. Yeah, this is something I would not do in high elo. It's a mistake by the enemy not to stop that. But yeah, we got it. Yeah, and I think a lot of you guys build up these bad habits as well if you're lower elo. That you will go for that dragon. And then, like, in a lot of situations, you will die doing that dragon, right? So, all right, we got the Death Stance up. My team's working hard on that red buff. Don't worry, guys. I got you. Okay. Also, you can see, guys, I am currently level 16. I'm tied with Camille for the highest level. Even though I have not been a part of very many kills, I am outperforming my teammates in levels. And the reason why is look at the CS difference. I'm focusing, you know, since my teammates are giving me some leeway to, you know, carry, I'm focusing pretty heavily on CS right now. Like, they're doing these random fights. I don't really care about it. I'm waiting for Baron to spawn. I'm an objective guy. I got to solve the dragons. They're fighting. See, like, in this case, my team should not be fighting. And a lot of you guys would be like, well, what do I do, Cowsep? Do I group with them? This is actually a question a lot of you guys had. Like, do I fight with them? Do I group with them? No, I just let them die. Unless there's something important, like a Baron, I just let them die. Or a dragon. If my camps are down, and there's something important like a dragon, I just let them die. I mean, obviously, there's some things about it. But, like, especially in this elo, this is, like, a cheat code for this elo, by the way. Like, getting objectives in low elo is so easy. Like, you can sneak these. You can even sneak these things in high elo sometimes. But in low elo, you can sneak these every game. And Master, you can do these with only 2 items. And the teammate died again. Right? They're dying a lot. They're actually, like, the game is, like, my team's swinging the game back into their favor a little bit, right? You got to admit it. You got to admit it, guys. The game was looking really hopeless for them, but now the game doesn't look that bad. Oh, you son of a... That was mine. Ooh, I got Death Stance. Ooh. No, I alpha too early, boys. I knew I did it. See, that was a mechanical misplay there. I knew I alphaed a little bit too early on him. Oh, that was a good boom. I might get a Wits End next. I don't know. What do we get? Wits End, maybe? I can't really afford to buy anything. I might just sell the boots. Sell the boots and buy a Wits End so I can actually buy something. I mean, if they get any towers at all, like if they get the top tower, I'm good. I don't even need to sell my boots. 6-2-2. I wanted to get 10 kills. Looks like I'm going to have to get a pentakill, guys. If I want to get those 10 kills for the end of the game. Yeah, dude, honestly, I don't know, man. Fiestas. I still, honestly, I tell you guys, I don't expect to actually lose a game in this elo. I don't expect it. I actually fully hope that we can get some games where my team kind of ends. I actually do really want that. I really, really want to show you what I would do in those kind of games. Because I know exactly what you guys are talking about. You know, I experience it in my normal games all the time. How we can come back from that and how we can show you it's not so hopeless, especially in any elo like under Emerald. Any elo under Emerald, outside of like they just straight quit. Even if they straight quit, I can still carry some of those games. Kind of funny. Got every inhibitor. Walking up.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, you may notice I'm still farming. I'm level 18 and I'm still farming. I can't stop, guys. I can't stop. Nobody's even close to my CS right now. Like, we could potentially end it. There's people dead. I can't help it. I gotta deny Nocturne all of his farm. I gotta deny them anything. This Ashe is shooting arrows. Where's our teammate at? Is the other dude just AFK in the fountain? Where's he at? I don't know. Anyway, let's just roll up and end it. I'm tired as hell. Please, guys, leave me those comments letting me know what you guys want me to discuss in the video so I can, like, make these games better for you. And yes, I know, we'll get a worse team. It's gonna happen. And then you guys will see what happens. All right, guys, we are sitting at Bronze 2 plus 57 LP, 3 wins and 0 losses.